you had so much success against the Padres in the regular season, and how much does that matter, for this week?
I'll start with the second one. It matters nothing. Like I've been telling you guys for 2 weeks, no one cares that we won 111 games starting tomorrow, or what the head-to-head matchups were during the season. It's what you can do tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. So I don't know the specific reason. I think we just played really good baseball from start to finish this year, and when you play against your division rivals, not just the Padres, the Giants, everyone in the division, you got to play a little bit better because you can gain ground real fast in those situations. So I don't know that there's a rhyme or reason for why we played so well, but it needs to continue tomorrow.
Okay, Bill.
Did some group of you guys get together to watch the game last night? And if so, how big was the group?
We had a team dinner last night, actually. It was a good time, but the game was on, yes. I left before it ended, but I heard about it.
Did everybody show up, or most everybody?
Yeah, everyone was there. Yep.
Okay, we're going to go far right over here.
Where was the dinner?
The Palm. It's over with. We can give the specifics. It was a good time.
I guess you won't know until you're on the field tomorrow, but having won a World Series at this point, do you anticipate postseason feeling any different for you?
Yeah, the excitement's already there. It doesn't feel like you've been playing baseball for 7 months when you get on that field tomorrow. Nothing hurts. You're not tired. It's just kind of like the first day of spring training. Everyone's excited, ready to roll. So this is what you work for all season long, and to be able to get into that chance it's what you asked for.
I think I asked you this the other day, but what is it about the way this lineup is constructed that makes it difficult to handle in October?
Yeah, I think it's the way we work pitchers. Even if you throw 5 shutout innings against us, you're going to be at 100 pitches, usually 105 pitches, and you're out, and then you got to ask 4 relievers to be on their A game as well. So I think that's a very tall task to do. Sometimes we've had Cody Bellinger hitting 9. He's a former MVP that can change a game in one swing. So top to bottom, you can do so many different things. You got Trey who can steal bases, Cody, Mookie. Mookie could be 1-0 after one pitch. So it's just a dynamic lineup, 1 through 9. It's hard to navigate, hard for the manager to match up against us, the way Doc has put it. So I think it's just a good lineup that can do damage against good pitching.
You're going to go down here in the front?
Hey, Freddie, piggybacking off of, nothing in the regular season really matters now, and what you were saying to us a couple days ago, that a hot team can go in there and make a run like you guys did last year in Atlanta. So how is there, if any way, to stop that, to kind of quiet that hot team? Is it getting out to a big start offensively? Is it a pitcher kind of shutting down early innings? What do you think you can do to stop a hot team?
I don't think anybody in this room picked the Padres to beat the Mets, so they're playing good baseball. They've been playing good baseball to get there. So we know they got a lot of momentum coming off of that. So we got to go out there and strike first. And I don't know, anybody been announced on game 1 or game, has it been?
Yeah, Julio.
Okay. So Julio, I just didn't know if it was announced.
I'm sure you knew.
Yeah. Julio needs to go out there and just be Julio. Don't be any bit different. The guy, man, he had the 2.1 ERA all year. He pitched great. We just got to quiet it down and just play our game, because our game is good enough.
You go over here on the
I'll
right.
ask you a very similar question. What makes teams like the Padres and your Braves last year, when they come off a series like that, so dangerous?
No one picks, like last year, no one picked us to win anything. So it's really, there's no pressure. You just got to go out there and play the game. So I think when you have that mentality, you go out there and you have nothing to lose. And everyone just talks about the other team. So it's kind of easy to go out there and just play your game. And I think that kind of helps, but when you've got a team that you've been playing against for so long, and they know how good we are, we know they're a really good team. So it's just going to be a great series. Good starting pitching on both sides, good offenses, and they're hot, and we've been hot for 7 months.
Far left over there.
You've been on the other side of big Julio starts before. I'm curious, this year being on the same side, just what's kind of stood out to you about him, if you've learned anything new about him?
I've never been excited to walk into the batter's box against Julio, so I think everyone felt the same way as I've felt this year against him. I think just the way he neutralizes righties with the curveball in the back door, heaters up, they ride a lot more than you think it's going to ride. And then it's just a changeup. Every pitch is competitive, and I think that's what makes pitchers that are good become great, is when every time you go into the box and you have to think about swinging on all those 100 pitches, it is really hard to do, and that's what he's done this year. The least amount of non-competitive pitches you can throw in a game, that's what makes you become like Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom is, every pitch is competitive. It wears you out. It's mentally draining, and that's what Julio, I think, has done this year and done so well, that every pitch is meaningful. If it's a ball, it's setting up the next pitch or setting up 2 pitches from there. So the game plan and the preparation and the competitiveness behind every pitch I think is what set Julio apart.
Okay, we're going to go far right.
Since you guys were all in the room together last night, what was the real-time reaction to Buck having Musgrove checked?
It got a little louder in the room. But, yeah, it was just a good time. It was just, we had it on, it was quiet, and everyone was just kind of hanging out, having a good time, good team dinner, but it did get a little bit louder during that part.
Anything else for Freddie? Okay, thanks, Fred.
All right. Thank you.